Welcome back to Totally Accurate Battle Simulator Build 0.13.0 Beta 0896166C9D5.5815422 public underscore beta. It's the custom content unit creator patch, and you know what we've been doing? We've been doing all kinds of crazy stuff. But we've made some Germans, we've made some Americans, we've made a giant hot dog. We've done all kinds of things. We even tried to make a flying Mandalorian here, and he kind of works, but needless to say, we've learned a lot from where we started, and this is kind of where we started. Sir, you must have incredible muscles if you're able to hold this minigun up like that. Also, I've heard that your Beskar is very valuable, and I'm gonna need you to turn it into me. So what we're gonna be doing today is we are gonna be jumping back into the age of mythology. And we've got 3 different ones. We can make skeletons, halflings, and wobblers. We're gonna have you speak with the voice of Zeus, and you're gonna be a melee unit because I have a special one in mind. Now, as we're doing this, I wanna see if you guys are catching what I'm putting down. He's gonna be a Greek god, and so what we need to do is find a fantastic axe. An impressive one. What is the most impressive one? By the way, this palm axe looks really cool. Very Egyptian. Well, first I wanna see... There is a Kopesh. Brilliant. So we could do an Egyptian faction, but that is not what we're doing here. Whoa. What is this thing? What is that? I need to test this. Okay, use your Minnescentan sword. Oh my, it's like, you know the swords that the Uruk-hai berserkers carried when they were attacking Helm's Deep? A Mongolian knife. How is this different than a regular knife? There's so many cool weapons in here. I'm just so happy that Landfall did this. You're gonna have a Super Peasant Punch as your other weapon. And I've seen it used in different ways. You can use a mace. I've seen you hold this, but I've also seen you have like a battle axe and a hammer. Well, interestingly enough, I just looked it up and you actually carry a sword. So your special abilities are, well, you're filled with rage and you're very angry for a god. So I feel like Foolish Jump is good. Let's do... This is the problem with testing. I didn't get to see your actual jump because you jumped immediately and I can't turn. So I feel like Foolish Jump is appropriate given that you're filled with just sheer anger. But now it's time for your clothes because this is where things should start to give it away. This is a very nice helmet and we're actually gonna switch you to red because red is just, you know, fire and anger. And this is called Roman, but honestly it looks pretty Greek to me, so we're gonna run with it. Arms, you're definitely gonna have some very cool greaves. There we go. And now for feet, there it is. You, sir, are Ares, the god of war. I'm very excited to see just how good you are. Would you stop waving the sword? We get it. You're excited to fight. Your cost is, oh, I don't know. You're a super powerful god, so let's make it 7. All right, Ares, let's make it 9,000. Because his hit points need to be at least 1,000. Oh, that's 10,000. I'm good at math. And his attack speed has to be like 3.71, obviously. And your damage, psh, you know that's gonna be upped to 4.32. Anyway, Ares is done. And now what we need is, well, if I go here and I search for something called a trident. Oh no, we don't have a trident. I think you probably have a good idea of which guy I'm trying to make next. And you know what? We have a pitchfork. What are you doing? What is wrong with your hands? It's gotta look cool. We're gonna make this thing golden. A golden one. Golden eye. And then you here, maybe something a little bit more intimidating on the grayscale here. It's just like you have a glorified pitchfork, all right? You're supposed to be another god. And your special abilities should probably be a hurricane splash, a hurricane slash. And how about, we'll give you the red jade spin slash as well. All right, so what's gonna be on your head? Poseidon, Lord of the Ocean. Well, you definitely have always had like a very famous gray beard. Now that's Zeus's beard, so we can't take that away from him. We're gonna have it gray and aged to perfection. You're gonna have this, and I think, you know what, you're swimming around all day, you're not gonna wear a shirt. But this is definitely, you're definitely blue, and I think that's appropriate, making it blue, the color of you. Now we're gonna have to give you pants. I know you may protest to it, but we will have to give you pants. Look at that. Poseidon, Lord of the Ocean. Now, for feet, we'll go with the classic. We couldn't find any flippers or anything like that. Poseidon, Lord of the Ocean. Now your stats, you're gonna have 1,000 because you are a god. And your damage is gonna be 2.37, of course. I mean, would it be anything different? Pitchfork me. So we got Ares, God of War, and Poseidon, Lord of the Ocean. Now, this is gonna be one of my favorite ones to make because this guy is going to be creepy. Do we want to give you a staff? Probably not. Oh, dang. Yo, Poseidon, I got that stuff you wanted, bro. It's a Trishula. You know what? We're giving it to your brother. I'm sorry. It's definitely a two-handed Trishula, of course. And this guy's special ability? Oh, wait till you see it. We're giving him the Reaper wings. Well, because he's gonna look a little bit menacingly in just a moment. And your clothes, oh. Now, you also always had a beard as well, but it was a little bit shorter. Zeus had the biggest beard, then Poseidon had the next biggest, and you often had like a little bit of one. You also are gonna wear a helmet, and we're gonna color it. I feel like another dark silver or bronze. Let's see. Yes, that's perfect. Do you know who this is? Now, I think what we're gonna do is put you in a very, very dark toga. Yeah, that's fitting. And then your ropes are gonna be that same purple. And we're gonna give you little shoes. You know what? Oh, look at him in blue. He's perfect in blue. Because you are Hades, Lord of the Underworld. Hit points, 1420. And I'm thinking your weight, we're gonna make you very strong, hopefully. And your damage is 1x because I'm pretty sure with your wings, you're just gonna be able to take people down to the nether realms. I almost said the nether region, and that would have just been a little bit strange. There you are, Hades. So we've got Ares, Poseidon, and Hades. And now it's your turn. Thinking we give you a bow. And you definitely have to be switched to a ranged unit. And you have a special ability known as the Valkyrie Wings. On your head, we'll just give you a classic helmet. We'll give you a nice toga. And this is kind of the key one here, but I just can't find them. I thought there were shoes with little wings on them because this is gonna be Hermes. So we'll give you these funny elf shoes. Now Hermes really shines with his movement speed, which is gonna be 10.0. He's gonna be so fast. Stop moving around for the shot. I have to like preempt where you're going and it's kind of difficult. All right, yeah, that's your picture. Just a very odd wing, okay? So now we've got Hermes. But one of the things I wanna do is just have an Egyptian warrior. Yeah, see, we have the Pharaoh Flail and the Pharaoh Sickle. There's a Footman Shield for Medieval, but I think what we might be looking for... What is a Chakram? And a Scarab Shield? Okay, that's pretty cool. We've also got Ottoman Shields. I guess Scarab Shield it is. It's the most Egyptian out of all of the ones available. And I can't wait till there's workshop support. So that will be actually flip it. So that's in your... What? Whoa, bro. What you doing, mate? What do we have in the ways of spears? So we're gonna actually give you a Sarissa. That seems appropriate. Now, if I could change the size of this shield. I can't change the statistics just yet. It might come in the future. Now, for the clothes, what are we gonna do for your helmet? Not a Gaelic helmet, not a Roman helmet. Whoa, dude, those horns are gnarly. I guess we could have given Hades that. Oh, Anubis! And an Egyptian headdress? Egyptian hair? Oh, there's Artemis hair. There's so much in here. What is that? Some whack stuff. Oh, dude, those beards are cool. There are so many Tab G things, and in fact, Tab G's continually being updated right now, so it's like, should we go back and play some Tab G? We're gonna give him that just because it looks cool. Now we're gonna give you relatively plain clothes because you're just an Egyptian pikeman at the end of the day. And like the most basic looking sandals we can find. There you go. So we've done that. Now I feel like I don't know enough about Anubis. Okay, so Anubis is the god of like death. Okay, Anubis. So then what special ability? Can we have like a raise the dead by chance? We could give fear. But I don't think there's anything about, like, necromancy and raising from the dead, unfortunately. Maybe your ability could be the impaling. Now, I can't keep looking at you like this. We need to have Anubis. There you go. Now I can think of you. And you didn't really wear anything on your torso. It was just, like, around your neck. Something like that could work. How about... Ooh, there it is. Is it like a cape? We don't want any weird capes. Ah, there it is. Look, it's an Egyptian collar. Maybe I should just like search for things that are called Egypt in here and see what pops up. Oh, there's actually quite a bit. Now you did carry one of these strange necklace things, so we'll just have it on your chest here. And we gotta give you pants, but you kind of wore more of a, this. A red jade skirt? What if I just searched Egypt? Ha! No freaking way, man. We got Egyptian skirts. How come this one doesn't show up? You're a nudie. And you had this weird, like, staff with you. So maybe that's what we're gonna run with. What if I just did Egypt? Nothing. Definitely carried a staff. So in this, what would you have carried? I guess a palm axe could be kind of cool. Yeah, you know what? You're gonna have a palm axe. And we'll make it two-handed. And honestly, for Anubis, all we gotta do is see your face. And then finally, because the Egyptians are going to be battling the Greek gods, Khopesh. Weapon, Khopesh. Like, look at this, man. This is a gnarly weapon, and you're like, I don't know why they made them and why people stopped making them. All I know is the Egyptians had some of the most unique looking melee weapons I've ever seen. And we're talking before the Ptolemies and the Greek influence. So here's all of the Egyptian things we can do. We need different kind of hair. I'm gonna use this one because it's pretty dope. There you go. You're an Egyptian Khopesh warrior. Now we gotta give you shoes. And maybe some greaves, I think, too. And voila. Now your stats, your attack speed, it's gotta be pretty menacing. So we're giving you a 2.5. And your hit points of, yeah, we'll give you 100. You are gonna be the grunt after all. Actually, we wanted to give you a normal attack speed, but a damage of 2.5. And that'll be your picture. And voila. So now it's time to update the factions. We need to create one. Now, if the Greek gods are kind of always like bluish and yellowish, I think. But blue's the classic like blue and white, right? So we'll go with that. And I think if we find Zeus's lightning bolt, that should be pretty classic. The Greek gods. Because we didn't make any goddesses yet. And we'll give you Hermes, Hades, Poseidon, and Ares. And then we're gonna have the supplemental Egyptians. Now, what would you be? A Khopesh. Egypt. And you're definitely gonna be like yellow. Like the sand and like the sun. Although that's kind of orangish, but you get what I'm saying. Khopesh, Anubis, and an Egyptian warrior. And now it's time for the battle. Now, unfortunately, we don't have the classic map where you get a fight in the sand dunes and you have the pyramids in the background. So I guess we'll have to fight in front of the Greek temples where we're gonna have Egypt, and you're near the legacy, and then the Greek gods, you're kind of more near the secret units. So Egypt, you are gonna be led by the mighty Anubis. We probably should have made him much taller. So your size, if we make you 2.00, oh wow. Yeah, let's go with 1.7, actually 1.69. That should be nice. Now, you can't have customized chariots just yet, so they're gonna look Roman, but they're definitely gonna be Egyptian in my heart. And we're gonna have 2 pharaohs here. And you know what? A few blow darters, too. Those seem like decent ancient ranged weapons. Now, I'm kind of curious if our gods that we've created are going to be able to defend against this invasion. Supported by, you know what, let's give them a few hoplite warriors. Oh my god, okay, so Ares is already jumping into the fray. But essentially, the clash of the titans, I think Hades and Zeus are going to be doing most of the damage. But Hermes is out there. But when you have a giant Egyptian invading army here, you really begin to wonder, well, do you think the Greeks will be able to hold off? Yo, Anubis, what are you doing, bro? What are you all doing? Can someone... Oh, is that... Oh, that's what. They were all trying to attack Ares, the god of war, but, he seemed like he was doing just fine. Chariots are having their issues, and Hades is having his way with the chariot riders. And Anubis, what's up, dude? Oh, you know what it is? I think Anubis is impaling Ares, and then is moving in. Okay. So, look at this guy just getting waved in front of us. Hades is like, you see what I can do? Do you see what I can do to you? Oh, God. Oh, my. Oh, gosh. That does not look like that is comfy at all. That looks rather painful. But Anubis is trying to fight. I think the issue is he doesn't weigh enough, so he keeps falling over, maybe? Yo, use your weapon! Oh man, he's just impaling everything and everybody. I wanted him to be able to impale like a ton of units. And the blow darters, I think they just poisoned Zeus. So Zeus is gonna be taken down. You know what? The Greeks are gonna have to fall back to Mount Olympus here and regroup, because the Egyptians have taken the victory on the battlefield. So in the shadow of Mount Olympus, on the eternal plane of battle, Ares did have a glorious summer. Well, the Egyptian army has come to fight. They've got their brave Khopesh warriors in the front. They've got their Anubian, oh my goodness, what's up with you guys popping your heads through the shields? And they also hired some Viking mercenaries. So Anubis is here with his pharaoh, the leader of the mortal armies. But Zeus brought in some help from his friends from the island of Crete, the Minotaurs, a few brave hoplites, Ares, who's always doing cartwheels, and they even brought in some siege equipment. But there was one god, no, not Hermes, not Zeus, not Poseidon, the very unwowing right now, underwhelming, or Hades, but the Greek goddess Artemis. She's gonna be here, and I think that's what they were lacking in the last battle. So while the Egyptians have brought a pretty impressive land army here, I think ultimately, whoa, did you, oh my gosh, whoa, that's a new ability or a new effect. She's the goddess of the hunt, right? And now we're seeing all these like green leaves flying out. I've heard that there's some other units too that have been updated. Whoa, 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 whoa. Who just did this? Is that the Jarl? I think the Jarl just summoned this in. It was like an icy barrier, and oh my gosh. I gotta be honest, man, that Egyptian army is looking pretty impressive because the Jarl is like a super unit of himself, and I think she's firing slower than she normally does. I can't tell. Actually, they should still win this battle because Anubis did fall in battle, and the ballista just took somebody out. So who's left alive? Oh no. He tried to run away, and he got stuck under a Minotaur. Look at those eyes. He knows. There's the fear of the gods in him. But wait a minute, does that mean that we had some updates to Vlad the Impaler? Okay, so Vlad, I think, may have gotten some updates to him. I think he fires a bunch of spikes out of the ground. Hey, Vlad, do that thing where you oh, he did it. Okay. So that's Vlad's new ability. Let's go check out the Jarls. Okay, Jarl, yeah, you're $1,500. You used to not be that much, right? Weren't you like 800 or 900, something like that? I thought so. So now they actually act like bosses. We're gonna have to do a new tournament, what with everybody having all these new abilities. That's gonna be really crazy, especially like, I can't wait till unit creations can be shared. Hopefully, wait a minute, what is this red circle stuff? Is he having a berserker ability? What is going on? He's got 2 new things. What is that? I mean, it's beautiful, but I just don't know what is happening. All right, so who wins? The Jarl or the new Vlad the Impaler? Let's see. Vlad, I mean, they're pretty comparably priced, although Vlad is a little bit more expensive. So I'm kind of got my money on Vlad then, just because he's more expensive. And his impale ability should be pretty good. The ice ability blocks you in here, but he doesn't need to escape. Oh man, it sounded like there was like multiple voices, but the red team won, so Vlad did win. But anyway, guys, that was a little bit of our Egyptian faction, which is just beginning, and some Greek gods and goddesses, which are just beginning as well. So if you'd like to see more unit creator creations, let me know what faction we should make in the next video. Pull the trigger on the like button if you did enjoy the video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one.